Now, if you've been a prescriber of this channel for a long enough time, you've probably noticed that I cover a wide range of topics. We talk about things like meditation, reading books, working out, eating better, nofap, social skills, dating, and the list goes on and on and on. The question I know a lot of you have in your mind is, well, improvement pill. There's so much information out there. I want to improve, but where should I start? And that's exactly what we're going to talk about in today's video. So before we dive into exactly what you should be doing, we need to talk about something called information overload. Basically, this is when you take in way too much information at once. We realize that we should meditate, take cold showers, stop watching porn, read every single day, change our diet, hit the gym, practice our social skills. And when there's this much information, we freeze. There's just too many obstacles to overcome, and the whole thing feels like a huge mountain that we have to scale. It feels impossible, or at least it feels like it's very hard to do. And guess what? The next day we wake up and we go back to our old routine. We tell ourselves, oh, don't worry, I'll get around to doing that, and we never do. So to combat that, I'm going to tell you exactly where to start. The first thing you need to do in your self-development journey, drum roll please, is to clean your room. Yes, by literally cleaning your room. Let me explain. So everything about self-development requires you to overcome an obstacle. You want to become more attractive? Well, you're gonna have to drag your ass to the gym on a regular basis and also resist the urges to eat certain foods. You want to be happier? Well, you're gonna have to make meditation into a habit, which basically involves forcing yourself to sit down for 10 minutes a day and doing absolutely nothing. You want to find a girlfriend? Well, you're gonna have to confront the fear of rejection you've been running away from your entire life. Each of these obstacles is no joke. There's hundreds of millions of people out there who fail at overcoming them every single day. The problem with most people is that they try and tackle the hardest, biggest obstacles first. And this isn't the best strategy, because if you've ever played a video game before, you know that you have to kill the weakest enemies in order to get stronger. Then you face the big bad boss at the end of the game. The same applies for self-development. You need to start with the simplest, easiest, most straightforward yet still important obstacle of them all, which is to clean and organize your immediate surroundings. Because each article of clothing, each piece of debris on the floor is a tiny obstacle that you can overcome. And each time you overcome it, each time you put away your dirty laundry or throw away that trash or make your bed, that little muscle called discipline and motivation and work ethic in your brain, it gets stronger. It's going to get a little bit more capable at conquering the bigger tasks like going to the gym every other day. Cleaning your room is also important for another reason. It gives you mental clarity. Our brain does this thing. It automatically looks around our surrounding to make sure that everything is in place. We look for problems that we can solve. We look for suspicious figures in the alleyway that could potentially be dangerous. You may not realize it, but when you live in clutter, when there's stuff all over your room, your brain will literally have a harder time staying focused on just one task. There's just way too much stuff going on around you. Too many obstacles, too many problems clogging up your brain. With a cleaner room, you'll have less problems to focus on, and this means you can devote more time to the obstacles that you really need to face. So for those of you that don't know where to start by cleaning up your room. If you guys found value in this video, make sure you prescribe, yes, prescribe to this channel, and hit that bell icon for more weekly videos.